Hey and welcome, I'm your boy Solo. In this video I'll be going over how to get alerts set up with botrix on your Kick. Before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. To get started, let's jump over to botrix.live. Once it loads up, there's only going to be a few options. I know it does say that it adheres for Trovo, Twitch, YouTube, Kick. They don't have a login for Kick. So for this example, you can use any one of these that you already have. So if you have Twitch, it'll be easy for you to use Twitch. If you have a YouTube, it'll be easy for you to use YouTube and Discord as well. For this example, I'm going to use Discord because I don't want to use these other accounts. I already have one set up. So for this example, I'm going to log in with Discord. Once you click that, it's just going to ask you to accept and authorize. We're just going to click authorize. And next, this is the step. You will need to have a server. So you will need to have a Discord server if you use Discord to log in with. So from the drop down menu, you will have to select one of the servers that you use. So for me, I'm just going to use my server. So for me, that's ZN Gaming. Click continue. And it's going to say all these things that it wants to be able to do. And then click authorize. If you don't want it to do one of these things, you can click it off, but it might not work with anything that you use if you happen to integrate this with Discord later on. If you unclick any of these, do make sure that it won't be able to do some of these things. I'm not going to let it manage my server or my roles or my channel. I'm not going to let it kick or ban. Just click authorize, and it's going to ask you if you're human. Definitely make sure you do that. Once we're logged in, the next step we're going to need to do is sign in with our Kick. Now for this here, we're going to need our exact username. So we're going to make sure we're going to log into Kick. And then we're going to go get our username. We're going to copy paste this so it's exactly the same. If there's capital zeros or anything else, or if you mess up, it's going to have a little bit of problem connecting. So we're going to copy paste our username from Kick over to botrix. So we're going to click sign in with our Kick. It's going to ask you for your user's name. We just need to paste in our user's name and click accept. From here, it's going to say account linking. It's going to be our user's name. Please give the moderator role to botrix live. We're going to copy this here and click continue. This should load right into where we can moderate our bot. So we're just going to click the add new, and then we want to give it a paste. We definitely want to pick the one that says botrix live. If there's any other ones, just make sure that it's the correct one. Then we're just going to click add. After that's done, we're just going to close this here page and go back to botrix. Now it says account linking. Go to this here link. You can just give this a click and paste the following. So this is just like a code that connects your chat to your botrix. So we're just going to click this and make sure you copy this as well. This is just going to pretty much open up a really big chat. If you've modded everything correctly, this should load up and say your account has loaded successfully. Again, we can just close this here link. After that, we're going to go back here and click finish. Now from here, we want to make sure that we're on the right one. We have to click the settings. All this here stuff is pretty much for our Discord right now. So once you click settings here, it'll give you the settings for this one here. So definitely make sure that you click the settings if it's showing up for the Kick, and make sure it has a green check mark with your user's name so that you're in the right dashboard. Now that we're here and we have botrix modded in our Kick account, we have our Kick connected, we should be pretty good. We're just going to go over to the alerts page. Now when this here loads up, it's going to give us our URL, and it's going to give us subscriptions, tips, followers, raid, kicks, and gifted subs. And along with the problem with follower alerts, it's going to have all the information you need right here. We're going to click on this here problem with follower alerts. Now this is going to say problem with follower alerts, and it's going to offer us an extension. This is something that I definitely suggest using. It helps connect your alerts to your OBS and make sure that none are missed. So I definitely think it works a lot better with this here, and I definitely suggest installing this here now. It's pretty easy. We're just going to click use the extension. This here extension is for Firefox or Chrome, I'm pretty sure. If you have another browser, it's not going to be compatible. So you will have to be using either Firefox or Chrome. We're going to click yes on the installation. It's going to jump over to our Chrome, and we're just going to add it to Chrome. And we're done. This is going to load up and say botrix premium, and it's going to give you an option for $2.49 a month. Now it does add a lot of features for this here, and I definitely don't think it's not a price that's too much. Most of the features we're going to be using, actually all the features we're using today, are going to be free features. This might be worth a little bit of an investment if you happen to want what other things it offers, but for me, we're not going to use that. We're just going to click the X on that. And from here, we can give our link a copy, and now we're going to launch OBS. So from here, after you launch OBS, we're just going to add it to our page. We're just going to click the plus and add a browser source. We're going to name this one here botrix alerts, click OK, We're going to make this 1000 by 1000 just to have it a good size. I usually make it anywhere in between 500 by 500 to 1000 by 1000. I find that a pretty good size to work with. You can always make it smaller in OBS itself. And then we're just going to paste in our link from Botrix Live that was here in the URL. So this here widget URL, we're just going to give this one here a copy. Give it a paste and then click OK. Now we're just going to place it in the middle and we should be able to click one of these here to see if it works. This here worked for me right away. If it doesn't work for you, close OBS and reopen it. Sometimes you need to refresh the browser source, so definitely keep that in mind. But back over here on the botrix website, we can go down and now we can customize it. For the style, I'm going to leave it default for now because there's just more selection in here, but you can pick it with the picture and text underneath. You can pick it with the picture and the text beside it, or you can pick it with the picture and the text over top of it. Alert duration, so you can change that as well. The animation is fade, the image and sound, you can change it. So if you want different images and different sounds, this is where you can customize it. Same as the colors. There's a spot for the colors, the spot for the text, the pixel height, the animation, and here is the spot, it's the text. In here we can add any kind of message we want. It says thank you for subscribing, X amount, so that's probably their user's name, but we can change the message to anything that we want. We can say thank you very much, thanks for subscribing, hey yo, whatever, subscribed. This is where you'll customize it. But after that, we're just going to click OK or save. We're going to change it here. We're going to add your goat it, and at the bottom, if there was a bar in your way, you will have to click accept or cancel them all and then click save settings. There's also a spot for custom codes if you're into that, but just save the settings, give it a test, and then this is a process that you'll just have to repeat over and over and over. There's only 5 topics here to do, like there's only subscriptions, gifted subs, followers, raids, kick, and tips. So just go through each one of them and customize them how you want. For this example, I'm just going to leave them as they are because that's perfectly fine for me. Now back on Kick, you will have to have your dashboard open. The extension that we installed at the very first needs your dashboard open to be able to access your activity feed. So while you're streaming on Kick, make sure that your dashboard is open for the extension to work correctly. So this will help you make sure that all of your commands are going to work correctly. Make sure your dashboard's open, install the extension, and make sure that you set up all the bots and add the widget URL to OBS. That's all you need to do and your bot will work. There's lots of other things you can go through and check out, like the chat bot's got some things in it where you can customize some things. There's some commands, there's some options, there's names, commands, timers, and modules, and then we'll be adding quite a bit more in the future. This is just a very early bot, so it's very new, and I expect them to be updating it quite a bit as Kick kind of grows. The last thing that we can do here is we can go over to widgets, click on chat, and this is going to let us add chats from Trovo, Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. So you can have all of these here turned on so that you can connect your other accounts. So if you're multi-streaming on other platforms, this is how you get all the chats in one place here. It's super easy. Just copy the link and add it over in OBS. This is going to be an easy one. We can click on the docs and add it as a custom doc for us, or we can add it as a browser source so that if you wanted all your chat on screen, you'd be able to have all your chat on screen. For this example though, we're just going to add this one here, Kick chat, and it'll be every other chat too. We're just going to post this one in here and click apply. And there we go. It just came up as a white screen for me at first, so I had to type something in the chat. It only showed for a second, so that's going to be something that you're definitely going to want to add as a browser source in OBS. So we'll add this one here. We'll just call it chat Kick. Click OK. Post the source. Click OK. It's going to give us a chat here. Then when we're actually talking in the chat, we should be able to see it on our screen. So keep that in mind. I just played with it a little bit. The chat seems to disappear pretty quickly, but that is a way to add it to your OBS. But after that, we're just going to put it over here to the side, go to the alerts, and what you can do is just click this here button to test them all. I just like to have both of them open beside each other, which is pretty easy for me to do. I have 2 monitors, but I want to make sure that you see it as it goes. So make sure you test them. If they're a little bit too loud, turn them down a little bit. I don't want mine that loud, so that'll be good for me. Make sure that you save it every single time. Give them all a test, and that's it for this one here. This will be how you get... This will be your overlays and your alerts all set up. This here bot will say a couple other things, but definitely go through the settings and check it out. This here bot has a lot to offer, and I've only been through it a little bit. And like I said in the first, they have a paid option that's not too bad. It's only $2. That's not too steep. And if the pros and cons are worth it to you, if it adds a little bit of functionality you want to use, that's definitely something worth checking out. But I'm going to leave it at that. That's it for this one here. I just wanted to go over a quick setup guide to get your first bot, get your overlay set up on Kick. There's not many options right now, so I hope this here gets you going. If you think I forgot or left something out, definitely leave it in the comments below. And if you like or found the video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching.